Here we back. Now, a few days ago in my comment section, some subscribers came in and they told me that, I should fight fire with cotton candy. I shouldn't fight fire with fire. I should fight fire with kindness. They told me that, we should turn the other cheek on Tariq Nasheed. We should ignore him. We should, when they promote division, we should promote unity. When they slap us in the face, we turn the other cheek and then we let them slap the other part of our face. But after what I'm going to present to you today, I'm going to ask y'all, how can I logically ignore this man and let him run amok in the community? Like, logically, how can I stand by as an intelligent black man, seeing somebody setting the community on fire and I'm just supposed to stand by and watch? And on top of that, what's even more egregious than the comments telling me that I should promote unity when others are promoting division and hatred and xenophobia, are also when the fans of Tariq Nasheed, they come into my comment section and tell me, why am I hating on such a positive black man? Why you hating on such a positive brother? Like, man, listen, man, the black race is done. But anyways, let's get into it, man. Today we're going to discuss, let's just get into it. Let's not waste no time. As we know, the Walmart shooting, there was a mass shooting in Virginia, I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, where I believe a manager at a Walmart location came into the break room, opened fire on a bunch of employees. Among those victims, it was, young black women as young as like 21 years old. A lot of innocent people lost their lives. And instead of focusing on that, instead of focusing on the fact that, innocent young black people in Virginia, or wherever it may be, lost their lives, Tariq Nasheed was talking about, does this hairline on the Walmart shooter look FBA to you? And in my opinion, the most dangerous part of this entire discourse is not the fact that, he's promoting ignorance and xenophobia, but the fact that when you look at how the response and the conversation shifts, you realize that we no longer end up talking about the victims or the perpetrators or the crimes or anything happening in the community. The conversation devolves into who has a better hairline, which group is more violent and murderous than the other group, which group is more pro-black than the other group. It no longer becomes about the innocent, black men and women that lost their lives. It no longer becomes about paying tribute to the family, sending condolences to the family. It now becomes about hairline discussion, where we can look up on the screen and we see a tweet that says, this is borderline sociopathic behavior on Tariq's part. And I guess one of his fans came in the comment section and said, no, it's not. We are sick and tired of immigrant criminals getting lumped in as black Americans. We are not the same. Now, the reason why that is so ignorant is because when you look at the states that have the most gun violence, you realize that these are states that are not really full of immigrants, let alone the black ones. States like Alabama, states like Louisiana, states like Mississippi, Missouri, Arkansas, states where black immigrants in particular are not flooding into. If we're talking about New York, if we're talking about down in Florida, if we're talking about certain states on that East Coast, certain coastal cities, but the states where the gun violence is really going crazy at, the black immigrants really ain't even over there. Even where this mass shooting took place, there isn't really a boatload of black immigrants. I might be wrong. In Virginia, is that like a destination for, where the Jamaicans and the Africans and the Haitians be piling into? I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong though, but y'all let me know. I don't think so. And it takes a valuable discussion that we've been refusing to have for decades and decades, which is the gun violence within the community. And now you pretty much sidestep that conversation, which is still has yet to be had. And now we're talking about hairlines. Now we're talking about who is more criminal than the other. Now we got posturing. Oh, I'm less criminal. We're the good Negroes, the black Americans. We ain't committing no crimes. And then on top of that, what you get is a back and forth where now, instead of addressing the topic at hand, which is a tragedy where black people lost their life, now we're just going for this tit for tat of seeing who is more murderous, who is more savage, who is more cutthroat, who is more, bloodthirsty, which is a useless conversation when we are discussing a tragedy. Now, you'll see what I mean later on in the video, but Tariq Nasheed did not stop there. Also, he used another news article. If we look up on the screen, check it out. Now, keep in mind, this case is almost 2 years old. This is not even a recent case. This is a black woman that died a long time ago. But just to send shots at black immigrants, he'll dig up an old news story from damn near 2 years ago just to say, oh, another non-FBA sister fell victim to a killer zaddy. Now, I don't know what a zaddy is. I never called another man zaddy. I never looked at another man and say, oh, that's zaddy over there. He's zaddy. I don't know nothing about that. But, it's not even a white dude. It's like an Indian dude or like an Arab or a Palestinian or a damn Indian or I don't know what he is, bro. But this is a dude who's not even white, right? So this is a lady who, I believe she was from Ghana. She was romantically involved with this Indian Arab Levantine looking dude. And I don't know the facts of the case. I don't really know the details, but bottom line is this dude ended up basically shooting her in the face, right? Now, instead of us talking about this black woman that got shot in the damn face and is no longer living, this dude is talking about, a non-FBA sister, a black immigrant fell victim to a killer zaddy, and everybody in the comment section, due to the inflammatory headline, now nobody's even talking about this black woman that got shot in the face by this rough looking Indian dude. When you look in the comment section, all you see is people taking shots at West Africans. People saying, oh yeah, the West Africans, they love their white Jesus, they love it, they love their white people, basically patting themselves on the back saying, oh, we so pro-black, the FBA, we just so pro-black revolutionary, we don't do anything around white people, we never let the civil rights movement to get integrated into white institutions to go live in white neighborhoods, we don't do nothing with white people, we don't work for white people, we don't pay bills to white people, we don't support white companies, we the pro-black revolutionary FBA, it's the black immigrants over there, yeah, they the ones who love white people. So basically, instead of talking about the story at hand, it has now devolved into ignorance, where now you even have the Africans in the comment section also coming back with their own news articles. Take a look up on the screen. As we can see, we got one person in the comment section that came back with their own article saying a quote-unquote FBA sister assisted her quote-unquote white zaddies in the assassination of a black man. So due to Tariq Nasheed's inflammatory headline, now nobody is talking about the fact that a black woman got shot in the face by a rough-looking Arab, Levantine, Palestinian-looking dude. Now we're talking about a complete different topic. Now we're talking about which ethnic group, which women are more traitorous, which women are dealing with the outside races more, which women are in bed with the white race more, with the outside races more. Like, what is this? Like, no one is talking about the situation at hand. A tragedy happened, bro. A young black girl, I think she was like 24 years old, got shot in the face by this dude, and now we're going tit for tat talking about when FBA sister was linking up with the white boys to kill a black man. Like, do you see the nonsense that Tariq Nasheed is inciting between the various groups of the diaspora? These are not productive conversations to have. But this is what happens when, listen, the only reason you're here, the only reason you're able to forge a living for yourself is by inciting tensions, is by getting people emotionally triggered, keeping them emotionally off balance, digging up news articles from damn near 20 months ago just to put an inflammatory headline just for the retweets and the likes. And then when I address it, people tell me that I should ignore it, or his fans come into my comment section and ask me, why am I hating on a quote unquote positive black brother? Like, man, this is insane, man. This is insane. But man, let's keep it moving. Apart from the tit for tat that you would see in the comment section, you also have his supporters saying things like, look up on the screen. This is what happens when immigrants come over here and want close proximity to whiteness. To add insult to injury, it took a whole year before they arrested him. Now, this is what we're talking about here. A black woman got shot in the face, and these people are in the comment section talking about, yeah, this is why immigrants come over here and get close to the white folk. Number one, the dude is a damn Arab. Dude looks like a Palestinian. And meanwhile, they're having discussions about proximity to whiteness. And let me ask this question as well. Where is the FBA infrastructure to plug in the quote unquote black immigrants when they come here? Where are the FBA Fortune 500 companies to where if a black immigrant with a degree from their home country wants to come and to get plugged into quote unquote FBA society, where are the FBA corporations that can employ hundreds of people at a time on a large scale? Where are they? Immigrants have to come to America and start their own businesses. The black immigrants got to come to America and start their own businesses because the FBA, they don't got no infrastructure ready for them. They can't come to FBA society, quote unquote, for a job or for anything or for education or to go to school or to do anything for the water, gas, the light bill. They can't come to FBA for any of the necessities of life. So they have two choices. They can either integrate into white society like FBA did back during the civil rights movement, or they can create their own spheres of influence, their own immigrant enclaves, their own cultural enclaves where they do business among themselves and employ themselves, because the FBA ain't gonna do it for them. The FBA ain't gonna provide jobs for them. The FBA don't got schools ready for them. Everything in America that's already established and functioning at a high level that can integrate a large amount of people is owned and operated by the dominant white American ethnic group that controls the society from top to bottom. So is it really about proximity to whiteness, or is it that the white Americans own everything top to bottom, the means of production, the employment, the education, the food, water, electricity, everything from top to bottom, and it's either you link up with the whites or you start your own thing by yourself, because the FBAs ain't gonna do it for the black immigrants. And instead of addressing the fact that they do not have enough corporations and institutions to integrate their brothers from the diaspora, they rather just, throw shots and poke fun and say, oh, you want to integrate into white society, just like they did. Just like they've been doing for decades, ever since the civil rights movement. They marched and got bit by dogs and was getting beat up on the damn bridge just to go to school with the white folks. But then when the black immigrants come and go to school with the white folks, now it's because they want proximity to whiteness, or is it because you just don't have anything established for them, so they have no choice but to integrate into whiteness or establish their own independent enclaves? And then when they establish their own independent enclaves, the same FBA group wants to say, oh, look at them separating from us. Well, you don't have anything to integrate them into, so there is no separation because the connection was never made, because you have nothing available for them on a large scale that can employ hundreds and thousands of people, similar to the white Americans. The white Americans have that capability. The FBA society does not. And instead of addressing that fact head on, like instead of addressing the violence in the community, they want to deflect onto who has the best hairline. They want to deflect over who is more pro-black than the other, who wants proximity to whiteness more than the other, even though they marched and lost their life to get proximity to whiteness. Now they want to poke shots at other people who come and integrate into white society just like they did. But when the FBA integrates into white society, goes to the white school, works for the white company, they call it black excellence. But if the black immigrant does the same thing, oh, they want proximity to whiteness. But it wasn't the black immigrant getting their ass beat, getting beat by dogs, getting hosed down by water hoses by the police, and getting black eyes and getting broken bones just to get proximity to whiteness. It was the FBA. But at the end of the day, I'm not expecting any honor, integrity, or honesty from anybody who follows Tariq Nasheed. In order to be a follower of Tariq Nasheed, inherently, you have to be corrupt internally and mentally. You have to be a corrupt individual who's willing to lie and deceive by any means, because the only thing that he does for a living is push propaganda. So for you to be an evangelist for his message, you also have to be a little mini con artist in your own right. But anyways, Tariq Nasheed did not stop there, man. No, yes, family. There's more. Look up on the screen. He was back again with another inflammatory headline stating, Minnesota teen Yasin Johnson shot dead over Balenciaga sneakers by a couple of non-FBA tethers. Now, instead of addressing the topic at hand, which was gun violence that black men are suffering from at an alarming rate, especially at the hands of other black men, especially in states where there are no black immigrants for a 100-mile radius. But no, instead of addressing this topic at hand that's affecting us all as black men across the country, Tariq Nasheed is talking about, okay, the FBAs and the non-FBAs. So you know what happens in the comment section? Nobody is discussing the topic at hand. You have the Africans coming back saying, look, a beautiful Ghanaian lady shot dead by an FBA. Instead of addressing the topic at hand due to the inflammatory headline, now you have people responding with their own articles. This other article, an Alabama 14-year-old is wanted for double murder, allegedly assassinating two 20-year-old women. Now, of course, you know, Alabama, ain't no black immigrants rushing to Alabama. That is not on the destination list. That is not on the priority list. That is not a state that we go into. Why would you leave your home country to go to Alabama? I mean, no offense to my brothers out of Alabama, but listen, the black immigrants is not going over there, bro. The black immigrants is going where the population is high, where the ability to do business is high, where there's a large concentration of their people already living, so the language barrier won't be that much of a hindrance. We're not going to Alabama. We're not going to Missouri. We're not going to Arkansas. We're not going to Mississippi. And that is where the gun violence is off the chain. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to St. Louis. You know, this is where Tariq should focus his efforts, because if you're like me, there is this website, I believe it's called Gun Violence Memorial, where it's pretty much updated every 24 hours. You see the victims of gun violence across the nation, and you'll see that the majority of them, yes, are black men with some black women sprinkled in, but the vast majority of victims of gun violence in this nation are black men living in states that there are not a large amount of black immigrants in. But instead of addressing this topic, this conversation that still has yet to be had on any true level of substance, Tariq Nasheed is battling over who has the best hairline, who is committing the most crimes, and his audience eats it up. And then on top of that, now we have tit for tats happening in the comment section, where now the Africans and the Caribbeans are defending themselves and they're pulling up their own articles. And at the end of the day, the only thing it does is make us all look stupid. It makes us all look bad, you know, because now we're not even talking about the tragedies at play. We're not talking about the black man that lost his life. We're not talking about the black woman that got shot in the face. We're not talking about the black men and women that were working at the Walmart during the mass shooting in Virginia that got shot up by the manager. We're not talking about these people that lost family members. We're not talking about sending condolences to the families of those who lost their lives. We are now going tit for tat in the comment section. You know, people trying to posture like they got any hill to stand on. Oh, we're the most pro-black revolutionary. Oh, those black immigrants over there, yeah, they love white folks. And then the black immigrants coming back, pulling up articles of FBA doing their own folks dirty. And at the end of the day, it doesn't do anything but sow division and discord amongst the brethren across the diaspora. And then y'all tell me that I should ignore it. And then his fans come into my comment section and tell me, why am I hating on a positive black man? You know, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Maybe y'all can get in the comment section and explain it to me, but I don't really get it, man. I don't really get it. I mean, anybody can see clear as day, this dude is not working for the people, man. Because instead of having real discussions around these tragedies that occurred, we are now having pointless discussions in the comment section, driving this guy's engagement up, driving the visibility to his channel, because as you guys get outraged and emotional in the comment section, his channel grows, his visibility grows, and nobody is coming back to debunk it with facts and logic. It's just people going tit for tat, slinging shit across the room. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, Black Americans, y'all gotta check your man, bro. Y'all gotta check your man. You know, at the end of the day, y'all gotta check your man, bro. That's your man's. Y'all gotta check your man's. That's all I can really say, man. Check your man's. Don't tell me to ignore it. Don't tell me to turn the other cheek, because that goes against my principles as a man. But y'all gotta check your man. First and foremost, y'all gotta be the ones leading the charge against this man, bro. It can't be me. I'm gonna contribute. I'm gonna do what I can do, but y'all gotta check your man, bro. Cause your man just out here. I don't know what he thinks he's gonna accomplish with this. You know, this is the guy that says he's gonna get y'all reparations. Check your man, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Check your man. It's your boy Neferkari Desaline back in the building. Yes, indeed, and I'm gone. Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in that ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. That's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling the tension. Enemy watching, he blocking my vision. Get for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young Money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the bitch. They making no hourly wage, I got business. This shit is an art and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you ain't caught. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and you're smacking their faces.